Hey everyone, welcome back to JDB Selects. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Around 85% of my viewers aren't subscribed. Also be sure to leave your tips in the comments below and let's get into this week's video. Now going over our round 16 results, we tipped 6 out of 8 games, with the Storm having an absolute shocker against the Sea Eagles and the Gold Coast Titans putting on arguably their worst performance of the season against the Knights. The first game of the bye-affected round 17 is the 4th-placed Cronulla Sharks hosting the 2nd-placed Melbourne Storm at PointsBet Stadium, Sydney. The Sharks swam their way to victory against the Bulldogs last week in a tough low-scoring affair in dreadful conditions, while Melbourne are coming off the back of an uncharacteristic performance against Manly last week, with 4 late tries in 5 minutes making the scoreline somewhat flattering. The Sharks have only won 3 of the past 10 games against the Storm and will be looking to snap a 5-game losing streak to Melbourne, who have won 6 of the past 7. I think Melbourne should get home against the Sharks by 1 to 12 points. It's very rare they go back-to-back losses. The Sharks may have won 4 of their past 5, however their wins came against bottom 8 teams and weren't overly dominant or convincing. The lone Friday fixture has the 12th-placed Newcastle Knights hosting the 7th-placed South Sydney Rabbitohs at McDonald Jones Stadium, Newcastle. Despite being without star fullback Callum Ponga, the Knights finally found their attacking flair last week against an abysmal Gold Coast outfit, with winger Edric Lee scoring 5 tries and setting a club record in the process. As expected, the Rabbitohs rallied around the return of Latrell Mitchell and made easy work of the Parramatta Eels by 30 points to 12. Newcastle have only won 2 of the past 13 games against South Sydney and haven't beaten Souths in Newcastle since 2011. I'm going to take the Rabbitohs 13+, as I think they have much more spark in attack with the likes of Cody Walker, Latrell Mitchell and Alex Johnston. The average winning margin in their last 10 meetings is 22 points and I'm expecting another blowout. On Saturday, the 15th-placed Wests Tigers host the 6th-placed Parramatta Eels at Leichhardt Oval, Sydney. The Tigers failed to ruin the Warriors' homecoming or even score a try in Auckland last week, going down 22 points to 2. The Eels also tasted defeat, getting comprehensively beaten by the South Sydney Rabbitohs 30 points to 12. The Tigers have already upset the Eels once in 2022, with a Jackson Hastings field goal being the difference, however, have only won 2 of the past 10 against the Eels. Interestingly enough, the two sides haven't played at Leichhardt Oval since 2013 and Parramatta haven't won there since 2001, losing their last 3 outings at Leichhardt. However, I think the Eels continue with their up-and-down rollercoaster season and come out with a score to settle against the Tigers and put them away by 13 points or more. And the final game of round 17 has the 5th-placed Brisbane Broncos hosting the 8th-placed St George Illawarra Dragons at Suncorp Stadium, Brisbane. The Broncos halves had an off night last week in the Queensland Derby against the North Queensland Cowboys, going down 40 points to 26 in Townsville. The Dragons made it 4 wins in their last 5 games by scraping through by just 2 points in a low-scoring contest against the Raiders in Wollongong last week. The Dragons have won 5 straight against the Broncos, which includes 3 trips to Suncorp Stadium. However, the Broncos in 2022 are a completely different side compared to recent years gone by. I think the Broncos bounce back at home. Adam Reynolds will want to make up for last week's effort, and I think with Ben Hunt out for Origin, his kicking game could prove to be the difference. So in summary, I'm taking the Storm by 1 to 12, the Rabbitohs and the Eels 13+, and the Broncos by 1 to 12 points. Let me know who you're tipping for round 17 in the comments below and subscribe to never miss a video.